Hello, my name is Vladimir Herdman, and today I'll be walking you through an example flow of our generated app. So right here we have an Android emulator running our app, and we're on the login page. So let's go through the account creation process. Here we have some little tips for what we should do to run our app, to sign in, to create an account. So let's make up a random email here. Yep. And then I'm just going to give it a random password. We have a little view here so you can see what password we're typing in. And once we register the account, you have to look through our legal disclaimer and accept the terms of service. After which, your account is registered and created for our app. Once registration is complete, you automatically sign in. So from here, let's take a few looks through our app and see what it's all about. In our Contact Us page, you have access to sending us contact information or sending a little message to the dev team. And we still haven't finished holiday travel, but let's go on to our Services tab. From here, not too much has changed from previous iterations, but you can still go through, look at the local service providers, and visit their websites. Now here is a really big change we've been doing to our UI lately. So let's go through our relocation plan. Once you open it for the first time on a new user account, you can go through and answer the questionnaire to get results specific to what you need. So let's go through and fill out some of the data. All right. And depending on what you want to fill out, if you know you don't need any transportation help at all, you can leave this tab closed and not fill it out. Otherwise, you can open up these tabs here and start filling in some data so that we can give to our back end to generate a checklist. Just going to fill out a little bit of data here right now. One moment. Just filling out random data. All right, and from here, we're going to answer the questionnaire, and we started generating our checklist. So this will take a little bit of time to go through, but while that's going on, I can talk about what's happening in the back end. So essentially, we've sent the query to our backend API, to our Python backend, and it's generating in packets these checklist items based off the context we give it from the questionnaire, which if we look now is generating these checklist items for us as it goes. We have a few bugs. This is an updated branch. We haven't merged back to main yet. It double generates some of the items, but the main focus of this branch has been UI. We've been trying to make it look like a official app, well usable by people, good user experience. So as it's generating, you'll notice we have this generating loading bar at the bottom. We can change the colors a little bit to make it look better. And we have a little bit of a flow effect on these top tabs to show which tab is being generated currently. You'll notice nothing else is generating right now because we're still doing pre-departure. Now from here, even as it's generating, you know where we start playing around with the app, our checkbox will strike through information, show us how much we've done. You can click on an item to get a little bit more information about it generated by our bot. Leave your own personal notes here, reach out to John from HR about our employment. I'll save it for later in case we need that personal note. And one really neat feature we have so far is going through here. You can ask your chatbot for more information about a certain task if you don't really understand it. So let's see how that works. Now this generation also takes a little bit of time. Again, we are limited by the hardware of our systems. We're using a Qwen 3 Ollama open source model that generates for us a lot of work, but still is limited by our hardware. So while this is generating, what's going on now? Well, based off our questionnaire and current checklist, we've sent a context to the bot again, and given this question, it's working through that context right now to generate a response for us. Now, we've been implementing a little bit of markdown formatting that'll generate when the message comes through. So that'll just be one moment here. Here we go. Really nice markdown formatting. We didn't get it on this one, but sometimes we generate a table and you can really see the grid form. It'll section out the table and it looks really nice. But yeah, we still have to work on bringing a little bit more brevity to our bot. This is a lot better than previous versions. This isn't pages at a time. And it is really nice to see this markdown formatting. But let's go back and check out our checklist. See where it's at. Yep, currently generating our departure checklist items. But other than that, that's essentially all we have for our app so far as our final submission. In our account tab, we also have a little bit more information where you can enable notifications. We still have to work on that implementation, but you can go back through and change any information in your questionnaire as it comes up. So for example, if you decide you're going to own, you can change that and then it'll regenerate your checklist for you. At the very bottom, we have a little bit of the actions and data section. We use a local cache to store your checklist and questionnaire information in between sign-ins so that you can use it when you're offline and on the go. You can clear those caches to completely wipe your device of this app. We have the delete account tab in the danger zone, and we have our logout section for just closing the app down and not staying logged in. But yeah, other than that, that is essentially the final app as we have generated it.